Hi, I am Arib. You are watching my YouTube channel. Data center power flow from utility grid to server rack. Definition: understanding data center power flow is critical for engineers, contractors, and facility designers working on mission-critical infrastructure. From the utility grid to the server rack, data center power flow moves through multiple layers of protection, transformation, conditioning, and distribution to ensure uptime and reliability. From the utility grid to the server rack, electrical energy passes through multiple layers of transformation, protection, conditioning, and distribution. Each component exists for one reason: utility power generation. Every data center begins as a customer of the electrical grid. Electricity is generated at power plants, natural gas turbines, nuclear facilities, hydroelectric dams, wind farms, or solar arrays. The energy mix varies by region, but regardless of source, power must travel long distances before reaching the data center. At this stage, the facility has no control. It depends entirely on grid stability. High voltage transmission efficiency over distance. To move electricity efficiently across long distances, utilities transmit power at very high voltage and low amperage. Power loss in transmission lines is proportional to current squared, I square to R losses. By increasing voltage, current decreases for the same power level. Lower current reduces line losses and allows smaller conductors relative to delivered capacity. Transmission voltages may range from 69 kV to 500 kV. Depending on region and infrastructure, before reaching the facility, power is stepped down at regional substations and delivered to the data center campus at medium voltage. Service entrance switchgear. When power arrives on site, it enters through service entrance switchgear. This is the first major piece of electrical infrastructure inside the facility, receives incoming medium voltage utility power. Provides main over current protection, contains protective relays and metering segments. Downstream distribution, allows isolation for maintenance. This equipment establishes the facility's internal electrical control boundary. From here forward, the data center manages its own reliability. Transformers, stepping down voltage. Utility power typically arrives at medium voltage, often between 12 kV and 34.5 kV in the United States. Transformers step this down to low voltage building distribution levels, commonly 480 volt. The transformer performs two critical functions: voltage conversion, electrical isolation. In many facilities, transformers are arranged to support redundancy and load balancing across multiple distribution paths. Generator paralleling gear and automatic transfer controls. Utility power is not guaranteed. If a grid outage occurs, backup generators must take over. In smaller installations, an automatic transfer switch (ATS) detects utility loss and transfers load to generators. In larger data centers, transfer logic is integrated into generator paralleling switchgear. This system detects voltage abnormalities, starts multiple generators, synchronizes frequency and phase, transfers load safely. Manages load sharing between units. This ensures a controlled transition from utility to generator power. Backup generators and N+1 redundancy. Backup generators provide full facility power during extended outages. Most data centers use diesel or natural gas generator systems sized to carry the entire critical load. Redundancy is key. In an N+1 configuration, one additional generator is installed beyond what is required to carry the design load. If the facility requires N generators to operate, the +1 unit protects against a single generator failure. An uptime tier to design includes redundant capacity components like extra generators but may not include fully redundant distribution paths. UPS systems bridging the gap. Generators take seconds to start and stabilize. Servers cannot tolerate even milliseconds of interruption. The uninterruptible power supply, UPS, bridges this gap. A modern double conversion UPS converts incoming AC to DC, charges batteries, inverts DC back to clean AC output, provides instantaneous ride-through power during transfer events. Historically, UPS systems relied on VRLA, valve-regulated lead-acid, batteries. Today, high-density facilities increasingly use lithium-ion batteries because they offer higher energy density, reduced footprint, longer lifespan, lower maintenance requirements. UPS systems are commonly designed in modular N+1 configurations. If one UPS module fails, the remaining modules continue supporting the load. Most systems also include static bypass and maintenance bypass capability to allow servicing without shutting down operations. UPS output switchboards and distribution panels. After conditioning by the UPS, power flows into distribution switchboards. These panels provide breaker protection, segment electrical feeders, support maintenance isolation, feed downstream distribution equipment. At this stage, power is clean, regulated, and protected. Power Distribution Units, PDU. Power distribution units are typically located near the data hall. PDU often step voltage from 480 volt down to 208 volt or 415 volt, provide branch circuit protection, monitor electrical loads, distribute power to groups of racks. They serve as the transition between facility-level distribution and rack-level distribution. Remote Power Panels, RPP. Remote power panels extend branch circuits deeper into the white space they provide. Additional breaker capacity, flexible layout configuration, scalability for future expansion. RPP reduce the need to return to main distribution panels when expanding rack density. Rack Power Distribution Units, RPDU. Rack PDU are mounted directly inside server cabinets. They distribute electricity to individual servers and network devices. Modern intelligent RPDU provide per-outlet monitoring, remote switching capability, load balancing data, real-time power consumption metrics. This is the final stage of electrical distribution before energy reaches IT equipment. Servers' electrical energy becomes heat. When electricity reaches the servers, it is converted into computational work. Nearly all consumed electrical energy becomes heat. Every kilowatts delivered must be removed by mechanical systems to maintain safe operating temperatures. This is the direct relationship between electrical infrastructure and cooling design. Electrical load equal thermal load.